Hello and welcome to the Robo Samurai channel, and today I'm going to be bringing to you the second figure in the Transformers Legacy Creatures Collide Buzzworthy Bumblebee Ransack. So there's Ransack, and yes, he is a recolor of Kickback. From the Legacy line, actually. So yes, he came out in Legacy first. So let me go ahead and move this out of the way. And so Ransack, we'll talk a little bit about Ransack. So Ransack originally in G1 was what they called a deluxe Insecticon, and the deluxe Insecticons were actually made by a company called Takatoku Toys. They went out of business, and in the second catalog they produced, they wound up incorporating a lot of different figures, and Ransack was one of these figures. They had like 4 deluxe Insecticons. Now, I don't own any of those. I didn't own any of those when they came out or anything like that. So, however, I am glad to see this here. I really dig this figure. I think it looks cool. So, first of all, one of the things that's obvious is that it is a repaint of Kickback, who is the Insecticon right here. And you can see I have his wings back like this because the original Ransack figure, essentially that's what he had, and he was more of a locust, not a grasshopper, but that's okay. Aren't they related? Okay. I'm not a bug person, so I don't know. However, you'll notice that the head sculpt is different. Now, the Creatures Collide pack comes with a whole bunch of accessories. Some of those accessories I showed on the last review, and this is the parts that came for Goldbug, which is essentially all of the weapon pieces. That came with all of that Cliff Jumper mold. However, with this one, we get a special head. Now, you could put this head on. You could put this head on the onto Ransack, and you can have that. But I think the original intention of this is actually to give you more of a toy look, G1 toy look to your Kickback. So if you look here, and if you look at the original Kickback, which I don't have around here, I do have it someplace. The coloring of this head is pretty much, that's basically what it was. Didn't have red, it had a black set of eyes, and it wasn't fully painted like this here. It was just kind of painted a little bit like that. So yeah, it's easy enough to swap these out, and to, if you wanted to swap it out of here. I actually like this one, so this is not going on here. Also, it's not going on here because I like the Ransack head. So this will just be a spare head. Fantastic. So you get that. So a lot of this is pretty much the same, but we will go over some of what's a little bit changed. So the weapon is not painted in silver, if you can see right here. This is Kickback's gun. It is, not painted at all. It's just cast in black plastic. These extra Energon wing things were actually just painted now in just flat out yellow. And yeah, you can attach them to him, to his wings. But I actually don't even prefer that look. So it's kind of not really my thing. So yeah, but the gun looks really good. I mean, it's the same gun. Not a lot else to it. Not a lot to say about it. But let's take a look at this right here. The head is very much G1 Ransack accurate. That's pretty cool, and I'm glad that they were able to do that. And no, I didn't have to swap this out. It came with that installed. So they made this this clear piece here, just smoky gray, kind of black plastic, and painted it in, so it's not yellow or anything like that. Supposedly trying to match that. We've got yellow arms, we've got yellow legs. This crotch is painted right here. This is painted yellow, and we have this nice translucent orange for the wings that he has there. So Let's talk a little bit about articulation. If you haven't seen my other video, he does have the ankle tilt, so that's pretty good. He's got knee bend, pretty good knee bend. He's got, I think these are called universals, so he gets the splits, and then he can split this way as well. So lots of range of motion there. He also has a nice waist swivel, can go all the way around there. And then his arms have an over 90-degree bend. You cannot swivel the hands. That's all right. So you got that, and then you can swivel it at the bicep as well. You can also expand these out, so he can kind of like do that number, right? So stretch out his arms all the way. So pretty cool stuff. His head is on a ball joint. Well. Remember? So anyway, so he's got that going on. So he's got a little bit of articulation, but it can go all the way around. These wings can go all the way up, kickback style, but like I said, I prefer to kind of have them in the back for Ransack in particular. So let's do the transformation on this thing really quickly. I think that's worth it. The detail's all the same. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the head around, and then we're going to take this. There's a flap back here, and that flap we're going to flip back out, and this gets a little bit tricky, and it's going to basically cover his head. Perfect transformation, right? Okay, so we got that. Now we're going to flip these wings all the way on the other side here, and then we're going to fold these in. The toes, they go right in like that. We're going to pull these out, and then we're going to take that, and then we're going to rotate this on its ball joint right there. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and then we'll deal with the arms. So the arms we're going to take here, and we're going to open this up, and we're going to flip this back over here. His hand needs to go into this section here, and then we're going to kind of stretch these out so that they're like this. Do the same thing on the other side, and then flip this over here, pull this over to the side here, and then there's one more step left. We have to take these here, these antennae, you got to turn them around like this. So turn them all the way around like this, and they will swivel. I haven't had too many problems with that. So there is there's Ransack in his bug mode, and yeah, he looks pretty good. I mean, that's as good as it's gonna get. I mean, you know, it's basically kickback. It's basically the robot just turned a little bit on its side, right? But you know what? I really enjoy that. I think that this is a cool looking bug. Yeah. So. I really enjoy this figure. It's just kind of jazzed to kind of get it. So in this pack, and yeah, it looks really good. So if we want to take a look and see what the comparison is like versus Kickback, we'll go on ahead and flip him into his grasshopper mode. We'll say that. Flip these out, flip that down. This is actually a fairly easy operation. Flip, open, fold, open, and take these, fold, fold, open, flip that around, do the same thing here, and around like that. And boom, there we go. He's not, there we go. That's a little bit better. So yeah, you can kind of do this similar thing, but you can see there, see some of the differences between the two. Yeah, and how they kind of look. So, oops, didn't get that foot flipped in all the way. So yeah, I'd say that this is a really great figure. I love it. You know, is it worth it? Oh, by the way, forgot to mention a couple of things. Hold on. You can take this and you can put the gun right up here, just like Kickbacks. And then if you wanted to really do the whole shebang, you can take this here, and then you can tab these here in to the wings, and you can tab them in like this, I guess. There's some, like I said, there's a tab that kind of and there's slots on the top of the wings, and you just tab that in there. And I think that's one way to do it. Maybe you do it the other way. You could do it this way if you want, I suppose. Yeah, so, but I prefer just to leave them off. So there's what we got going on there. So, all right, so that's pretty much it. I love this figure. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I will talk to you guys next time.